Before this video begins, I'm just going to mention that I will be discussing who died in Kingsman: The Golden Circle, so needless to say there might be a few spoilers in the context of my analysis. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, I would suggest going out and seeing it and then coming back and then watching this video. So with that said, here we go. I just saw the most recent Kingsman movie, and like other audience members, I was blown away by the fact that they would just kill Roxy off right at the beginning of the film, as well as other agents and the entire Kingsman organization, but mainly Roxy, because we definitely wanted to see her in action this time. And it was especially disappointing for me because I wanted to see more of a dynamic between Eggsy and Roxy, because it was really refreshing to see a male and female lead who were not romantically involved with one another. And I know some people are thinking that maybe Roxy survived. After all, we did see her notice the missile and then jump out of the bed to flee the area. However, we also saw in the meeting room of the other Kingsmen that once they saw the oncoming missile, it was too late. So even though we didn't see her on-camera death, we can safely assume that she is deceased, as the entire estate went under. However, they invented technology to bring Harry back from being shot in the head. They might invent a way for her to survive an exploding house with some device. Who knows? Because after all, this is a movie featuring a scene where Elton John beats someone to death with a piano. So by killing everyone off, we are just left with Merlin and Eggsy, making them the only remaining agents of Kingsman. So the death of Roxy and other agents really raised the stakes for the rest of the movie. And even Channing Tatum's character Tequila was kind of scrapped after he was cryogenically frozen. So it hits us as an audience and helps us truly empathize with Eggsy, as he goes from a calm comedic dinner to seeing his home best friend and other agents killed. In fact, one of my favorite moments involved Eggsy yelling at his friend to put the grenade down. Once he saw his friend in danger, there was no more concern to being classy at the dinner. He successfully orders his friend to put the weapon down, and then we see a huge sigh of relief on Eggsy's face, only to have his friend's safety compromised moments after. And some may feel that Merlin's death was a bit unnecessary. After they establish the bomb-sweeping baseball bat, Eggsy somehow still manages to step on a mine, and Merlin uses all of what remained in the frost canister to hold the fuse in place so that they could all make their escape. However, Merlin takes Eggsy's place as he steps on the mine. And some questions can come up, like why didn't they just put a rock on it? Or why didn't they just make a run for it? However, if you're asking these questions, I think you're trying to put too much logic into this film, and if you're trying to bring too much logic into a Kingsman film, you're gonna have a bad time. After all, this is a film where Elton John does brutally murder a man with a piano. So Merlin stepping on the landmine had more of an emotional purpose and less of a logical one. When looking at his overall character, it makes sense. Merlin finally got to be in the field like he wanted. Not to kill a bunch of guards pointlessly, but mainly to kill them and make it so that he did have purpose going out in the field, as he cleared a path for Eggsy and Harry to get to Poppy. It was more meant to be symbolic and resemble Eggsy's dad's sacrifice from way back in the day, because Merlin was sort of a dad-like figure to Eggsy in this film, and Merlin's death was providing a similar role to the way that they killed Harry in the first Kingsman movie, which was in there to simply raise the stakes. So by once again killing someone that Eggsy looks up to, in this case Merlin, it supplies motivation to his character. And killing Roxy and Merlin, two characters who we have had the honor of getting to know and growing with, it will just add more weight and raise the stakes of the situation and increase the need to take down Poppy and save the world, making it so that they died for something. Overall, the loss of everyone else is better shaping Eggsy, and he's really taking on the role of leadership in this film. In fact, Harry was training him before, but now Harry sits below the ski lift on the mountain as Whiskey and Eggsy go on the mission. So when watching a father-like figure Merlin sacrifice himself for the greater good, it helps morally shape Eggsy into a better Kingsman agent. And in these past two movies, the plot was revolving around someone trying to destroy the world. But what these movies have done a very good job of is that even though the threat is on a global scale, we get the emotional weight from the deaths of Harry, Roxy, and Merlin to really keep us emotionally connected to the story, and seeing their deaths avenged is mainly the reason we want Eggsy to succeed. So that was my quick input on Kingsman: The Golden Circle. And if you guys like this video and want to see more like this, please subscribe to keep this channel going. And I will see you guys in my next video analyzing something in cinema.